Ooh, ow, 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 ow. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I really hope you're all well. I forgot my intro. I am back with another really exciting luxury fashion video today, but before I get into it, as always, please make sure to follow me on Instagram. My username will be in the down bar and also on the screen here, so yeah, make sure you drop me a follow for kind of outfit inspiration, styling videos, all that fun stuff that we know and love. Yeah, basically just make sure you follow me, I'm great. On to today's video. I've been kind of wanting to do this one for a little while, so I'm just going to jump straight into it. As you have seen by the title, it is my top 5 designer / luxury fashion purchases. I'm not including gifts in this, obviously, because of the word purchases, but I have in the past kind of been gifted a few items from my parents, which I'm very grateful for, one of which is my Louis Vuitton purse, which if I was talking about top 5 designer belongings in general would very much heavily feature, but because I'm just talking about things that I've purchased, I'm not including it in this video, but I do love it and I will try and leave a link to it in the down bar below for anyone who is interested. But yes, my top 5 designer purchases. So one of these was bought a few years ago and everything else has been bought in 2019, which is quite terrifying when I look at it. We're just not going to think about the implications that that has had on my bank balance. Yeah, this year's been a really fun year. It's been the first year I've been able to kind of invest in the kind of fashion and pieces that I've really wanted to. I always have loved designer fashion. Pretty much since the age of 12, when I've been kind of looking at accessories and looking at fashion, that has been what I've always wanted. So I feel very lucky and very happy I feel very lucky and very happy to finally be in a position where I've been able to make some of these purchases for myself. It's been a very exciting year, and I just kind of wanted to go through my kind of 5 favourite items really. Some of these are absolute favourites and haven't been worn that much. Some of these are favourites and have been worn to death. So I'm kind of not ranking these or including these based upon how much I've worn them, more just the fact that they are my personal favourite items. In terms of things that I've worn the most, I don't actually know what I would put in here. I wear my designer stuff quite a lot. Like, I will always be carrying a designer handbag, and quite often we'll be wearing some kind of designer footwear as well, so I do, like I say, get a lot of wear out of these pieces. But anyway, onto the pieces themselves. So the first thing I'm going to show you is one that I bought quite some time ago now. I bought this back in 2016 and I absolutely adore this. If you are a long-term subscriber, you will already know exactly what I'm going to feature, but it is of course my Kooples black leather jacket. This is just so timeless. I love it so much. It just looks so badass on top of everything. The leather is beautiful quality. The lining inside is stunning quality as well. I love all the hardware. I love all the little sneaky little skulls they put on things. This was kind of my dream leather jacket to own, basically purely because of Matthew Healy, which again, if you're a long-term subscriber, you'll be more than familiar with my love for that man and also his style and how much it has inspired me and what I wear over the years. So yeah, this purchase was very heavily inspired by Matty and I just absolutely adore it. It is honestly one of my all-time favourite things I've ever added to my wardrobe. I haven't actually got as much wear out of it this year because I feel like we went straight from winter into quite warm weather, then we had a mild-ish summer where I didn't really need to wear a jacket, and then we've gone straight into the cold weather again, so I've not really got any wear out of this year, but I'm going to take it on my impending holiday, just as like a cover up overnight for nighttime excursions or whatever. So yeah, this is going to come with me to Arizona, but I am just so in love with it still 4 years down the line, nearly. Yeah, we're nearly 2020, so might as well say 4 years down the line. It is my absolute favourite thing I think I've ever bought. So yeah, I love it so much. So next up we have this little guy. I'm going to hold it close to the screen for you so you can see. This is my Burberry card holder. Now, if you watched my Come Shopping With Me video from the start of this year where I bought my Gucci trainers, you will have seen this already because I did kind of get a little bit impulsive and buy this on the same day. And I was a little bit unsure really how much use I'd get out of a card holder because, like I've said before, I use my Louis Vuitton purse most days, and I was a little bit like, is this going to be a silly purchase? But actually, you know what, it has turned out to be a really great choice. Granted, like I say, I use my Louis Vuitton purse more often than not because it fits in all my cards, it fits in change, it fits in notes. But if I'm going out in the evening, or if I'm taking a really small handbag, or if I don't need much with me, I will put my kind of essentials in here, and it's just been invaluable. I won't be taking this on holiday, I will be taking my bigger purse because obviously I need to be cramming in notes and stuff like that, but I love this little guy. I'm so glad I finally have a card holder in my life, and I didn't realise that it was missing from my life until it wasn't any longer. So yeah, I really love it. I love the branding on it as well. I think I said in my come shopping video, it reminds me a little bit of Balenciaga. I feel like Burberry is such a timeless brand in the UK especially. It's, you know, it's a proper heritage brand. It's iconic. You know the Burberry check as soon as you see it. And I feel like this is something a little bit different for them. I feel like they've kind of embraced that kind of streetwear vibe, and I'm digging it. You know, it's black and white. You guys can clearly see how much I love black and white, so this was a really great purchase for me, and yeah, I've got a lot of use out of it. I love it to bits, and it's wearing really nicely as well, considering how much I've used it. You know, the leather doesn't look too scratched or too scuffed, and yeah, that's what you want when you're spending $1 on items. So yeah, really happy with that. On to the first pair of shoes I'm going to show you, because there are 2 pairs of shoes, and there's going to be absolutely no prizes for the 2 pairs of shoes that I'm about to show you, because I feel like you guys are going to know automatically. But of course, the first pair is the Gucci trainers. I love these so much. I have said 1,000,001 times how much I love them. The quality is exceptional. They look gorgeous. They are so unbelievably comfortable, and yeah, I just absolutely adore them. So I think I've said already that I will be wearing these on my trip, which I'm very, very excited for. They're just going to look so good with all my outfits, and also they're wipe clean as well, so obviously they're just a little bit more suitable for taking with you on a holiday, because you know, you can clean them fairly easily rather than a fabric trainer. Whereas if it, you know, if it got muddy or if it got wrecked, I'd be freaking out like with my triple S. I'd be so scared of wrecking them. Whereas these, I feel like because they're wipe clean, they're going to just be a little bit more durable. But yeah, I love them. I adore them. I have no more words for them other than love and adore, and I just think they're so cool. And yeah, they were my first ever pair of proper designer footwear, so I feel very lucky still to have these in my possession. Yes. Again, no prizes for guessing what I'm about to show you guys. I think you've probably already guessed it from the title of this video anyway. It is, of course, my Balenciaga Triple-S trainers. We all know how much I love these now. I may as well, similarly to the Gucci ones, stop going on about it, because it's so predictable. But they were such like a dream purchase for me that I feel like I still need to shout about them at every given opportunity, and the novelty of owning them has not yet worn off, so there's that. For anyone who has been living under a rock and has not seen these on Instagram or doing the rounds anywhere on the internet, this is what they look like. These kind of were, I feel like, the catalyst, or the thing that set off the ugly dad trainer trend. Balenciaga released these, and then every single high street outlet followed. You had every single brand kind of jumping on the ugly trainer hype. I just love them. So I went for the grey, I think they're called Nubuck version. They've got kind of blue detailing on them, white, and then the grey. I went for these rather than the neutral white colour, just simply because I have so many pairs of white trainers already. However, I'll show them from the other side. However, I do think I want to invest in the white ones as well, just because I love them, basically. They are incredibly difficult to walk in when you first get them. It takes a little while to get used to them. They're very difficult to drive in, but they are gorgeous, and I love them. And I know they're not to everyone's tastes, and yeah, they're definitely like man repeller shoes, but I just look at them. They are so perfect. I love them so much. These are not joining me on my trip, simply because I kind of only want to take one luxury pair of shoes with me, which is obviously already the Gucci ones. These are not wipe clean. If they got wet and the suede got wrecked, I'd be so upset. So I feel like they're going to stay at home where they're nice and safe, and I know that I can come back to them and they will still be in the same condition as they were when I left. So yeah, absolutely adore these trainers. Definitely, I think probably my top purchase of the year, or second to top purchase of the year. The only thing that might actually overtake them is what I'm going to show you next, which, especially if you follow me on Instagram, you will have seen approximately 1,001 times at this point. So yeah. Okay guys, the final thing I'm going to show you is, of course, my Burberry Camberley bag. Now, I bought this back in March, I think, and I'd already actually invested into my first ever Burberry handbag earlier on in the year, which I actually am now selling on eBay, simply because since I bought this beauty, it just does not get the love and the attention and the wear that it deserves. So I'm selling it on so it can find a forever home that is going to love it and wear it and style it how it deserves. This I think I bought just because it's a little bit more secure, so it's got a flap, which the other one doesn't because it's a bucket bag. It just feels a little bit more secure when I use it, and it's got so much space in it. It's literally like a little Aladdin's cave of a handbag. I honestly use this every single day. I bought it for I think £600, and considering I use it every single day, it's only got one teeny tiny scratch in the leather, which I've just noticed at the back. It's got no scuffs on the bottom. It's It's got no scuffs on the side or on the front. It has worn so exceptionally well. Even the hardware, there's a few little scratches on the gold here from where it's obviously like moved around as I've been using it, but they are so minimal. I literally cannot get over how well this is worn, because I honestly thought that, especially with the colour it being, I thought it was going to get scuffed really easily. I thought it was going to get marked really easily, and it really hasn't. I am quite precious with it. I mean, I'm precious with all my designer bags when I go out and I take them out with me, because obviously when you're spending that level of money on a bag, you do want to look after it, and it is really heartbreaking. I mean, I scuffed my Stowed handbag this summer without realising. I must have caught it on a wall or something as I walked past. And when I noticed it had a scratch on the leather, I was so upset, because even though I hadn't spent a huge amount of money on it, it's the simple fact of what these bags stand for me. But I'm so happy with the way this is worn. I love it so, so much. I really want to take it away with me, but I'm kind of scared to in case it gets wrecked somehow. But I do think it probably will come with me as kind of like my daily handbag, because it is just so wonderful. It fits so much in it as well, which is another reason why I love it so much. And it has kind of little pockets and stuff inside where you can slot things to keep them safe. So it's got like a central pocket here, which is really handy, and then it's got a little zip pocket at the back, which you can't really see on screen. I actually went into the designer outlet, the Burberry outlet at Cheshire Oaks, a couple of weeks ago to have a look around, and they have this in the larger size now for about the same price that I paid for the small one, actually. So I'm a bit like, oh wow, okay, that's annoying. And I really want the larger size as well, because like I said, I get so much wear out of this and it fits so much in it that the larger size would be perfect for kind of days in London when I'm seeing clients and everything else. But I am not spending another £600 on essentially a identical bag. I'm gonna save that money and put it towards a more sensible purchase. But yeah, this is probably my top purchase of the year, I think, simply because of how much it's been worn as well as how much I love it. It's, you know, I think it's definitely at this point paid for its wear, paid for its worth. Worth? I don't even know what I'm trying to say. The cost per wear is very low now for this bag. So guys, I really hope you have enjoyed this video. If you have, give me a thumbs up, let me know in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe. Also let me know which your favourite of the items that I've shown you today is, or if you've got a personal favourite in your collection as well. I really would love to hear. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!